We have also with us the Chief of the Regional Investigation Detective Management of the National Capital Region. There are some clarification with regard to the statistics we will present today, especially with the National Capital Region. We have some members of the staff here. Our first presentation will outline the decrease in crime trend during the Lambat-Sibat operation. With the series of activities we have, marami po tayong ginagawa ang Philippine National Police ngayon. As you can see, nakafocus tayo sa SAFE 2016. But we can assure the public that the PNP is also focused on our anti-criminality campaign. And that's the reason why I want to present this to you, so that we want to show and emphasize that despite of this focus conferences, seminars, activities, the PNP concentrating on the election, we do not also disregard our campaign against criminality. And as you can see, gaining from the successful implementation of Plan Lambat-Sibat in Metro Manila, the PNP Statistics Hub has recorded a decrease in crime. The PNP, the IDM, has recorded 48% decrease in crime trend, for a total of 331 number of crime incident from 7 focused crimes. 7 focused crimes: murder, homicide, robbery, theft, carnapping, motor napping, and physical injuries. In Metro Manila for the past week from April 4 to 10, 2016, compared to 635 average weekly incidents before the Oplan-Sibat was strengthened by the Chief PNP Director General Ricardo Marquez since he assumed office in July 2015. Also noted in the latest Lambat-Sibat accomplishment in NCR since the Chief PNP assumed post in July 2015 is the decrease in robbery and theft. From 419 incidents during the first semester of 2015 going down to 213 incidents last week, April 4 to 10, 2016. Further, the DIDM recorded 75 decrease in carnapping incident from 16 cases down to 4 incidents, and 64% drop off in motorcycle napping from 45 incidents to only 16 incidents last week. It was recalled that the Chief PNP ordered the deployment of more police personnel in the streets to increase police presence nationwide. Thus, it has made positive difference in police operations, keeping criminals at bay, especially in crime-prone areas, and has helped the implementation of the PNP's anti-crime strategy o Plan Lambat-Sibat achieve impressive results today. According to the Department of Interior and Local Government Secretary Melson Sarmiento, the whole government approach should always be exercised nationwide to maintain peace and order and security in every community. Karamihan na activities natin, major events, ang concept palagi sa whole government approach. Yung ating SAFE 2016 ngayon na nagbi-meeting tayo is, nabanggit nga kanina na ating Deputy Chief for Operation is ang purpose nun is magkaroon ng joint letter orders o joint plan with the COMELEC and the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Dahil hindi lang naman focus ng election, mga trabaho sa election is dati PNP, but also the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Again, the participation of the community also and the local government units is very, very important, considering that under the law, the governors and mayors shall be deputized as representatives of the commission. Sa ngayon, considering the election, wala yung deputization. But in the normal times, mayors and governors are considered as deputies of the National Police Commission, and mayors has supervision and control over the National Police. Kasama natin dito ang ating mga local government units when the Oplan Lambat-Sibat was already cascaded down to other regions, especially the N3, 4A, and 3. On the other hand, the program success in NCR prompted the PNP leadership to cascade Oplan Lambat-Sibat in Regions 3 and 4A in January 2015. In Police Regional 3, the DIDM recorded a decrease of 33% from 236 average crime incidents in January 5, 2015 to March 6, 2016, down to 159 incidents last week from April 4 to 10, 2016. Meanwhile, in Pro 4A, the DIDM recorded a decrease of 20% from 251 average crime incident in January 5 to March 6, 2016, down to 194 incidents from April 4 to 10, 2016. The PNP also set in motion the nationwide implementation of Lambat-Sibat as potent weapon against crime and lawlessness after its resounding success that drastically reduced crime incident in Metro Manila, Pro 4A, and Region 3. On the other hand, the PNP also encouraged the public to be part of the recently activated Lambat-Sibat volunteers who serves as active players in creating an effective, integrated anti-crime campaign that requires a deliberate, programmatic, and sustained approach. This is our statement. Again, we want to emphasize that with the series of activities that we have focusing on the election, still the PNP will see to it that we will not jeopardize our campaign against criminality. Meron pa rin kaming mga tropa na nakatutok dito. And this is the, we can show you that this is the evidence. This statement is just but to emphasize that hindi namin po pinababayaan yung aming anti-criminality campaign. At siguro napapansin nyo na nakabuhos nga kami sa election ngayon. Again, the public is assured that the PNP is on top of the situation, especially on the campaign against criminality. Questions? Yung report, wala pa ba yan sa Jones? Yes, Raymond.
Di ba, parang walang point of comparison. First 6 months in person, di ba? And then ito, parang 1 week na
ganito yun ang comparison. Ang pagsukat kasi namin is averaging by week. Yung per semester na yon, ina-average yun. As you can see, kung makikita mo, titingnan mo yung tanong kanina sa kanila, first semester 2015, average yun ng buong semester. Not necessarily the specific data, but the average. Kasi nabanggit nyo noon, di ba? Ang average sa NCR noon, pumapalo ng 990. But as the weeks goes down, ang averaging lang, it exceed 1 week, 2 to 3 weeks, ina-average yun. Ina-average. And then, ang comparative minsan dyan is pag the last week, ano ba yun? April 14. So, ang comparative mo yung kabila.
Yung mas maganda sana kung January 1 to April 4, April 10 last year, and then January 1.
Meron din merong ganong comparative. But sa Lambat-Sibat is ang statistics natin ay based on the averaging of the past weeks. Meron din tayong comparative noon with regard to, halimbawa, compared mo yung January to February, January to March. Kasi hindi mo na makukuha yung April because you will... Meron tayong comparative as to trend, but dito in-emphasize na natin yung operation natin against, kumbaga, in the implementation of Lambat-Sibat, in the form of averaging of the statistic or the number of crimes which were recorded based on how many weeks of the campaign. But meron din tayong, di ba, Mindo, nung every week.
Average per week yun, sir. Yan ang nangyayari per week, average weekly crime rate. For example, meron tayong 21 incident sa isang linggo. I-average mo yan. So, divided by 7, meron tayong 3 per week. So, ang comparison yan, yung semester, by week.
We can also present, next time yung volume naman, we can also present yung sa volume. But on this particular presentation, what we emphasize is the averaging of crimes per week. Per week. Request to Julie B. Julie B. Julie B.
Sir, other topic.
Other topics. Oh.
Sir, may confirmation daw po na yung ISIS daw ay behind yung sa encounter last weekend. Paano po masasabi ng PNP? Confirm ba natin na may ISIS?
Una-una is we want to ask kung sino ang nag-confirm. We want to verify kung saan po yung confirmation, which authority, which outlet, which information, saan galing po ito. Kailangan po siguro ay malaman muna natin kung saan ito galing.
So, sir, anong next move na gagawin natin? Verify mo kung yung
Yung palagi meron naman tayong procedure na ginagawa pag may mga ganung lumalabas na mga especially sa social media na pinapacheck natin itong authenticity ng mga lumalabas na ito. Kasi palagi natin i-emphasize na these are virtual means na kumakalat sa internet. And the way to do that, of course, to confirm, to verify or validate is, of course, to technology also. At we are very, very careful with regard to this particular information or situation because it affects, of course, yung security ng isang bansa. Kaya, maingat po tayo dyan sa mga ganitong bagay. Kaya kinakailangan na maayos ang verification natin.
How after verifying service?
Kung makita na malaman talaga na yun ay may katotohanan, then may mga action ng government, preventive measures, which is also naka-embodied na yan sa mga security measures or steps being undertaken by let's say sa atin sa Philippine National Police. Again, it's the same situation that we have since the previous major events, kagaya ng APEC, Papal Visit, na maraming lumutang. Kung sabi ko nga, ang pinaka-peak ng kumbaga sa security threat during that time is during the APEC event because there was, may nangyari sa France, di ba? At dito, can you just imagine, 22 heads of economies ang andito nun. And again, with the planning and the security measures that were implemented by the government, naging maayos naman. Sa kanyang pagkakataon, ang Philippine National Police, always in coordination with the Armed Forces of the Philippines, is tuloy-tuloy naman ang pakikipag-ugnayan natin sa kanila, lalong-lalo na sa information gathering. And for the validation and confirmation of this kind of information. Marami kasing dumadating na mga impormasyon. Kailangan nating ma-validate yun of course, for the sake of the public.
Sir, pero what are your thoughts since kayo nasa security sector? So, yung mga naglalabas, may nag-claim na sila, nandito sila, may nag-claim din sila din, behind the attack. What are your thoughts on that? Ito sinasabi nyo, tapos kinukontra naman nila sa media.
Sa ating mundo ngayon is, sabi nga, wala naman nagbabawal sa isang taong gumawa ng kahit anong gusto niyang gawin. Lalo na sa internet. So anybody can do that. And that's the reason why we must be very, very careful in examining this kind of information or presentation coming, especially in the internet. Because the internet is a wide space wherein minds and ideas of anybody can be inside that particular World Wide Web. So, nasa democratic system tayo, and sabi nga, you cannot prevent people from doing something. But on the part of the government, it is but the duty of the government to see to it that this should be validated and confirmed. For the welfare of the public, we cannot just do something not within the rules and regulation. Otherwise, jeopardize ang security ng public. Kaya palaging step by step, we follow the rules when we give pronouncements, especially in this kind of situation.
Sir, in connection to
being circulated na nag-warning about threats coming from ISIS-related groups like Capital Company. They even mentioned that, and then yung malls are going down.
Ito nga yung isa sa mga, siguro, ito yung pagkakataon na tayo humingi ng apila sa publiko. At the same time na rin siguro sa ating mga kasama din sa media or sa lahat, especially sa social media, dahil nga itong mga ganitong bagay ay malaking epekto sa, not only sa, of course, sa perception ng public and then yung sa psychological aspect ng isang mamamayan. Meron tayong batas na nagbabawal na mag-spread ng ganung mga informasyon. Subalit sa pagkakataong ganito, siguro ang maganda lang dyan is umaapila po tayo na huwag po tayong basta-basta magpakalat ng mga ganitong informasyon dahil malaki po epekto nito. Ngayon, ang mga ganitong informasyon din ay ating binabalidate kung ito nga ay totoo dahil ang isang informasyon ay mahalaga po sa amin. Nakikita niyo naman siguro pag merong mga even yung nangyari sa ibang eskwelahan, I will not mention the name. Can you just imagine yung resources na naubos doon, time, effort ng personnel just to ensure and just to determine if that report is true. Napakalaking resources yun. And it did not only affect the government, but also those inside that particular building. Kaya sa pagkakataong ganito po, ang isa rin na ginagawa ng ating mga kalaban, ang ginagamit nila ay pagkalat ng impormasyon. So siguro ang apila po natin kung tayo naman po ay isang responsible citizen, ay wag na po tayong makisausaw at magkalat ng mga ganitong informasyon. Though we also appreciate information coming in because we have that kind of information, but we need to validate and confirm such. Rest assured that the government is doing its best, especially in conducting intelligent information gathering and information validation to ensure that this will be, if there is any, will be prevented.
So far, sir, wala kayong technical reports na natatanggap mga ganyan.
Yes, sa ngayon wala pa kami natatanggap with regard to that. Again, may mga concrete na noon, di ba, na siguro naalala niyo for the past weeks, na meron talagang gumawa ng ganun. And sabi ko nga, the reaction, nakita niyo naman na naging reaction ng ating mga law enforcement units with regard to that. We are serious about it because ang importante dito ay buhay ng ating mga kababayan. But again, sabi ko nga, napakalaki ng resources na ginagamit natin sa ganito. So, sa ating mga kababayan ay siguro part natin dyan. Do we encourage people to report to us any suspicious belongings or anything that you think is nakakabahala? We must be also responsible enough not to spread some information that are not true.
Sir, so katulad ng PFP at ng PNP, naninindigan din ng PNP na wala pang presence ng ISIS?
Ito yung ating nasabi na rin na sa ganitong panahon po ay wala tayong natatanggap na validated information na meron po yung grupo dito. Ulitin ko po na merong mga grupo na nagsisimpatay, so inspired by that particular group. But again, yung presence po nila dito is wala po tayong validated information. Sabi nga ng ating task force commander ng National Task Force SAFE 2016, the output of the workshop will be a joint plan by the armed forces and the Philippine National Police and the COMELEC. Marami ng plano, actually nakahanda na ang PNP. Armed forces din. We have already independent plans, COMELEC. But ang election ay hindi lamang kami ang involved, but lahat. So yung independent plans ng bawat ahensya ay ngayon pag-uugnay-ugnayin at papunta tayo dun sa refined or detalyadong plano para masagawa natin ng maayos itong eleksyon. Kaya kasama sa kasama dyan sa seminar workshop ngayon ang Regional Directors of the Philippine National Police, Regions 1 to lahat, 18, Caracas, andyan sila. Yes, andyan sila. Si Ayang wala. Joke. Then, the Armed Forces, andyan ang J3, si General Galvez. Hindi ko napansin yung iba. But, andun yung Comelec. Andun sila. Arnis, yes. Comelec. The area commanders, NOLCOM, SOLCOM, EastMincom, CENTCOM, mga representatives nila. Basically, area commands. And, yun ang objective doon. Ma-refine at makita talaga kung ano pa ang dapat gawin sa baba. Basically, meron tayong tinatawag na threat assessment. Yung resource mobilization is very important too because there are areas that may not be covered by the PNP because of our limited number. So, we will ask the Armed Forces of the Philippines to provide us also some personnel. Ganun naman ang nangyayari sa ground palagi. Pag kulang ang police, nagsusupport ang... Kaya doon, makikita mo yun doon, dito kulang, himay-himayin yun. Once na lumabas at tinransport na yung voting counting machine at from the storage to the polling place, ang police ay andun na mismo sa polling place, hindi na alis yun. So kung sino yung naka-assign sa polling place, ang police is siya na hanggang sa matapos yung election.
Sir, balik na tayo. Kasi for the longest time, we've been seeing wala pa yung validated IDs persons in Manila. So what we have are sympathizers. Pero if the IDs is going to be in Manila, we're responsible also for the cash. Is it time to pag-umin yung page natin for saying no walang ISIS presence sa Manila? Dapat seryosohin din yung mga sympathizers.
Palagi naman natin siniseryoso. Lahat naman natin the government is serious about it. Any threat, the government is serious about it. Yung lahat ng threat groups, the government is serious about it. We owe this this dedication of the soldiers. Lately, nakita nyo naman. So, the government is very, very serious about it. Our concern is the safety and security of the public, and it's the reason why in tribute to those soldiers who were fallen just recently, April 9, you can see the seriousness of the government, the sincerity of the soldiers really to neutralize these groups. Nakita nyo naman siguro kung gaano ang ating ginagawa ng Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police. We are serious to end against any threat groups in our country to ensure that they will be neutralized and if necessary, they will be held responsible. That's necessary. Dapat managot sila sa ating batas. Okay, Ann? Buenas.
Senator Chis, letter na complaint sa ato.
Actually, kagabi isa na tanong na rin si PNP with regard to hindi pa niya nababasa. Ang IAS is already taking cognizance of that. Na bagit ko na rin na within this week they are required to submit the explanation of the particular incident. Siguro hintayin natin yung resulta ng investigasyon. Nangako naman si Chief PNP kagabi na yan ay tututukan natin.
So, yung ano kaya naging, yung kaya letter na nakita ng Chief, nabasa na.
Kagabi is, anong oras ba kami natapos kagabi? 10 na yata, 9 something. Ay, umalis din silang kaya kanina, pumunta ng Region 12. So,
yung ginamit ni Chief doon naman sa after incident, meron lang nagsumbong daw sa naging mayor, automatic yung COP, relief.
ang point naman kasi dito is, even prior to the letter of the Honorable Senator, meron na tayo action. Lumabas, pagkalabas sa dyaryo niyan, nagkaroon tayo ng initiative kaagad na let these people, sabi ko nga, ang statement ko dyan, we will hear their side in the observance ng due process. Kasi kailangan pakinggan din natin sila.
Parang naging premise yata ni Senator Escudero yung salita ni Chief na basta may complaint, with or without basis pa, automatic.
Siguro dapat makita natin kung ano talaga yung kanyang letter, kung anong intention niya. And then, hintayin natin kung ano ang magiging resulta dun sa initial na gagawin ng ES and recommendation nila. From that point, nagsabi naman si Chief kagabi na hintayin yung resulta, and siguro after that, tingnan natin kung ano magiging move ng ating Chief PNP.
Pwede ba hindi sila sumagot sa ES?
Based on rules kasi, pag merong ganyang insidente, is once you are directed to, that is your right actually. Nakalagay sa batas na based on due process, you will be directed to answer. Right to be heard is part of the due process. Pero kung ayaw mong sumagot, ang consideration yan sa batas that general denial. Halimbawa, hindi ako sumagot, di bahala ka, parang ganun. Depende sa appreciation and investigation. But it will be considered as general denial. So that means na, kung general denial yon, hindi, sabihin mo na, hindi totoo yung nasabi.
So sabi ni Chief, depende sa appreciation ng IAS. Mga kailan lalabas?
Kaya nga yung siguro hintayin natin yung pagdating ng explanation nila. Nangako naman si Chief na bago tapos yata ng April, bago ng election. Kagabi, sinabi niya.
So wala na yung sinasabi ni Chief na basta may reklamo na nag-election duty, party ka ba yan?
Ang titingnan kasi natin dyan is circumstances. Ang point doon is that ano pa talaga nangyari doon? We cannot determine really what really happened if there will be no explanation on the side of those who were there, yung apat na concern. Number 2 is, on the part of the investigating agency sa IAS, nag-initiate din sila sa sarili nila, nag-conduct sila ng validation. So, ang tawag doon is, sa batas kasi is, kung ikaw ang nagre-reklamo, then you have to prove really na yung accusation mo or allegation mo is supported by substantial evidence. Otherwise, halimbawa yung reklamo kita, Raymond, magnanakaw ka Raymond, dinakaw mo yung airport. Ganun ba? Okay lang ba yun?
Sinabi sa APRA, gano'n. Nag-reclaiming mayor bias to receive.
Well, ang pagkakalam ko is, ang pronouncement ni Chief doon, there is a substantial, really, merong supported, sinuportahan yun, yung claim na yun. There is a substantial, what's this, allegation, support on that particular allegation, particular complaint. Kaya nga, hindi naman tayo basta-basta gumagalaw kasi, alam mo, minsan, gustuhin man natin ang isang bagay, pag hindi tayo sumunod sa proseso, useless yun eh. Palaging ang sa panig natin is, mas maganda na yung sundin natin because technically pag umakyat din yan sa taas, nag-file yung kabila against sa atin din. Nasayang lang yung
so, parang
natin.
sinasabi natin sir na therefore, dapat i-substantiate ni Senator Escudero yung complaint na dapat sa apat na pakisecretary siya.
Wala akong, hindi ko pa nakikita yung kanyang, kumbaga kung ano yung sinasabi niya specifically doon. Pero sa sinasabi ko Raymond, ang rule sa batas is, he who asserts shall prove. Kung ikaw nag-assert, i-prove mo na totoo nga yung ano ba nakalagay doon. They are accused of, wala pang accusation. Kung sabihin natin, political partisan activity. What is partisan activity? Yun ang ipoprove ng investigador di ba? Kung ako investigador, I'll see to it na yung word na yun should fall under the coverage ng indirect partisan activity, indirectly, or whatever it is. So, interpret ko yun as gano'n. Pero kailangan ko ng impormasyon. Otherwise, it's a mere, andun lang yung subject.
Pero sinabi siya na parang...
Sinabi niya Raymond, hindi ko nga, sinabi mo.
Ikadala ko sa MP, may kopya kayo.
Hindi, yun nga yung yung kay Chief PNP mismo. Kasi directed yun kay Chief eh. So, I think it would be best again that we will wait for the action of the IAS. At any rate, ando naman sa kanila yun. Siguro yun ang pinaka-the best.
Nasa si Chief ngayon?
Nasa Region 12.
Well,
Yes. Hindi naman, minsan ka panahon ngayon is, kumbaga ay, andyan na sa IAS nga eh. Let the agency of the PNP perform its task. Hayaan natin muna. Kumbaga, bigyan natin sila ng chance na trabahuin nila yung dapat nilang trabahuin. Unless, hindi na trabahuin yung dapat nilang trabahuin. But again, there is already instruction sa kanila na imbestigahan nila. Siguro, hintayin na.
Normally, sir, gano'n katagal nila?
Kung susundin mo yung rules kasi is may bigyan ka ng 30 days. Mga ganun, 30 o 16 days. O bilangin mo. Actually, kahapon nasabi ko na yan, Raymond, dito. Tapos, but again, nabanggit na rin yung chief yan kagabi na bago mag-election. May result. Yes. Oh.
Update lang sir sa mayor.
Mayor. Well, ang sabi ko, mababasa ko sa inyo yung report siguro. Basahin. Ano ba yun? April 13, basa. Pahina 1. Second progress, pero nasa diary na ito. Parang naiinita na si John eh.
Can we consider that as part of the election-related incident? Kasi during campaign,
palagi kong sinasabi rito, merong factors before ma-consider na ERI. Di ba? And again, as of now, ilan ang ERI natin? 6, di ba? So, doon muna tayo. Wala pa namang, hintayin natin yung result ng investigation. Ang pinakamaganda dyan is hintayin natin ang report ng ano ba ito? Ng mga investigator. Because before we declare a particular incident as election-related, validated pala. Kasi meron tayong category, suspected, validated, ano ba? Non-ERI. Basa, una, number 1, ayaw.
basahin na lang, okay na. Basahin na lang, sir. Okay na ako.
Wala pa rito eh. Hindi pa kwan, yung pa rin report. Yun na rin.
Ano yung gano'n kayo? Yun lang.
Basahin natin.
Basahin mo lang nga lang, tapos okay na.
Subject, second progress report on alleged abduction and robbery news. Ito ba yun? At about 4:30 of the same date, the cadaver of the incumbent Vice Mayor Ronaldo Lucas Mayred, who was boarded on his personal driven by, were escorted by barangay. Administrative na to eh. At about 4:45, SOCO team arrived and conducted post-mortem fingerprint to the victim. The group of SB Glenn Cabel. Wala na. Yun lang muna, yung SOCO.
So, is there an investigation going on? Saan galing yung yung information?
Hindi, may binigay na link. Usually, pag may binibigay na link, meron tayong procedure. May link ba nga ba? Link, no? Hindi pinadala mo? Pinapadala natin yun sa anti-cybercrime.
Okay, sir. So, meron ng, kayo pa lang yung mag-initiate, sir?
Binibigay namin sa kanila. Maraming salamat dyan.
Sir, anong group yun, sir?
Ang alin? Anti-cybercrime group.